This podcast is brought to you in association with Small Beer Limited, Britain's leading cask ale and craft beer wholesaler. Head to all the W's, smallbeerwholesale.co.uk. Now on with the show. Hello, you filthy animals, and welcome to the Gone Off on a Tangent podcast with me, Adam, him, Carl.
Hi.
Ear infection, Dan.
Hello.
Only got one headphone in because he can't hear bugger all out of one of his ears.
Fucked.
But
Have you ever had one?
don't think so.
You've had two this year.
They're genuinely horrible. No, I haven't.
All right, your dad.
All right,
lied to
aggressive.
me then.
No, I've had one. I had one about 10, 12 years ago, and it was fucking awful.
Top effort beer, mate.
Genuinely wouldn't
Top effort.
wish it on my worst enemy.
You need to stop going to them glory holes, pal.
Coming in my ears. There we go.
How are you, Carlos?
Terrific, thank you very much.
Have you had any ice bath people get in touch at all after last week's episode?
No, not yet.
So we had a listener reach out to us saying they listened to our episode last week.
Yeah.
And
They want to sponsor me an ice bath?
No, sadly not. But the cookies have started where the world's listening, and he's had nothing but ice bath things pop up on his socials.
Excellent.
He's put listen to the recent pod which talks about the ice bath converts in the goat team. That'd be you, DT. This morning. Now my timeline is full of ads for ice baths. I've never once looked into them or Googled them. Our Californian overlords are always listening.
Yeah.
It's freaked me out a little bit.
It's fucking weird, mate.
Don't like it. Like you'd be in the car chatting about, I don't know, sausage rolls or something, and suddenly it's like, oh, why wouldn't you be? And then suddenly it's like, Greg's. Like, wow. Okay.
I was chatting to, and this is even weirder actually. So, one of my cycling female friends has got these pedals for the bike, her bike. I don't need to go into too many details, but anyway, I sent her a voice note saying, do you rate these pedals? Like, I hadn't typed anything at this point, and I'd not searched them on my phone or anything. So I've sent her a voice note saying, how do you rate these pedals? I see you've got them on your bike, blah, 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 blah. And she just she replied with a voice note. And then literally, as soon as I came out of like the inbox on my Instagram, first advert that came up, these fucking pedals.
I hate it.
How's it? That's
It's
listening
so
to a
rapid
voice
as well.
note.
Yeah, it's not great. But this is jealous. It's scary, isn't it? Yeah, it's really terrifying. One of the lads at work admitted on that last trip that he sends a lot of his emails via is it GPT?
Yeah.
Which, again, I felt weird. He's a lot younger than us. I was like, well, can't you just write them out yourself? So what does it for me? So he just puts general topics and subjects in it and then fucking writes the email out. Bit weird, isn't
It's
it?
unbelievable.
Bit weird.
What's available to us all these days?
Yeah, I'm not a fan, I must admit. Let's go back to Nokia 3310s.
Snake.
Landlines.
Alan Landline.
Yep. Unbreakable phones and Snake.
We used to try and listen in on the conversation on the upstairs phone, the downstairs phone.
Sneaky.
Don't remember doing that.
Don't you?
That must have been a you thing.
Yeah,
You doing it?
you used to be able to do it.
I know you could do it.
Yeah.
There's more than one.
That's
Yeah.
Mum used to do it all the time to me as well, I swear.
Well, she'd have to with you. Oh, we've got a child coming.
No.
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 There's actually a child at the door.
Right. What's they going to interrupt us with this?
Yeah,
week?
again. No, darling.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, God, that was nearly a kid in the door.
My daughters, ladies and gentlemen, have come in to see what the
That's
iPad
like
is.
the third week running.
Yeah, I need to start locking the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, not great. Found out on my jaunt that the Netherlands,
Yeah.
that footballing nation, also did heads and volleys.
What was that called?
Heads and volleys. I was describing our podcast to somebody, and I was saying, last week we talked about heads and I went, did you have heads and volleys? And he went, and I talked to him through what it was, and he went, yeah, but their heads and volleys, they went up in score, not down in score.
Oh,
So you got like so many points for different styles of goals and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, a country full of Johan Cruyff must have been goals for days. They didn't do roses, though. Didn't do roses.
What did they do?
Nothing. I think just shook hands and went home.
Right.
Back to the windmills. Whereas
Three clogs.
we're smacking balls at bare arses because we are.
A clog to the knuckle would be a
Clog to the knuckle. Yeah, could do that.
quite painful, I imagine.
You have to do the whole bong
Mm.
and eat the whole pancake. Not that we're stereotyping.
Smoking it.
Smoking a pancake.
Sounds good.
So yes, but I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
We should see a spike in listeners from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Should do. Yeah, should do.
A what?
Yeah. What?
A what?
Spike.
Spike.
Yes. Welcome to all our Dutch listeners.
Good trip.
Fan-bloody-tastic, mate, yeah. Just struggling a bit today. I've not had much sleep. Quality. So,
Can feel your pain.
yeah, but yours is less self-inflicted than mine, I suppose.
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, hello. What's that?
The season finished on Saturday, so I went fucking wild.
Good boy. Talk me through it.
Well, we had presentation.
Oh, I saw that online. Saw you won an award, DT. Well done.
Thank you.
We've still got an applause thing on here. Hold on.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Many thanks.
What was the sponsorship you're looking for?
Sponsorship.
WD-40.
WD-40, that's it.
That's it.
For the old knees.
Knees back.
I thought we could. We're going to get Peter Sherlock on next week to run us through every single game of the season.
We're absolutely not. Because I don't think there's enough electricity in the world to power the machine that we use.
Honestly, I'm like, it was the funniest. I lost the plot midway through.
So
some guy went through all your results.
So that
he's like the nicest man in the world. By the way,
long-term supporter, very financially very generous. Purchased our site screens, very, very nice man.
He does a match report after every match, doesn't he?
Yeah, sends it to all the old boys that can't come and watch. And then at the end of the year, does like Man of the Match award, which essentially you get 3 nominations, 2 nominations or 1 nomination during each game. But every year he stands up and goes through, and I'm not joking, he goes through
every detail.
Like
who won the
game.
Toss, like...
How many points at the end of the game we were ahead of Bourne?
And honestly, if a picture could paint 1,000 words, this is the picture of the room, which is great for podcasting.
How long does it go on for?
Oh, mate, honestly.
Let's put a minute on it.
So, look, this is the room, just so you
fucking hell.
Everybody is literally asleep.
To describe it to everyone's bowing their heads, staring at their phone, looking at the ceiling. Basically like a classroom, I would say.
Yeah.
You're bored in year 9.
Just to put it into perspective, so he started, and honestly, about 5 minutes had passed and was only on game 2, I think. So I was like, well, I'm going to go for a wee, because this is going to be on for some time. So I went for a wee. Went to the bar, ordered a drink, stood at the bar.
Came back, it was game 3.
I had half. I'd had half of my pint at the bar, and then came back in the room. I'd be about done by now. I wasn't even halfway, mate.
Hey, he pays his money. He can do it early once.
Oh, mate, incredible! Genuinely, it was just so funny. I can't remember what he said.
Well, the funniest thing was
so
the first beer festival weekend, which I think you were actually there for the game that we won.
Yeah, I was there
Saturday.
I can't remember any of it, but I was there.
So very, very tight, won by 2 runs, crowd of about 500 or 600 from the beer festival. It was heaving, hot, brilliant game. And the pivotal moment, winning moment, was our Australian overseas throwing down 1 stump, run out. If he'd missed, it would have gone for 4 and we'd have lost the game. He actually got this guy up to reenact it and then proceeded to continue his report from the game. Didn't give him a nomination for that game.
Man of the match. So I fucking got at this.
And I don't actually think he kind of processed the fact that he hadn't given him a nomination. So
such an incredible moment in the game. Nothing for you, son. Sit down.
I was sat next to him in the presentation. I was like, you have literally, he has had your pants down. You have just been up there doing a demonstration of you picking a ball up and throwing a stump down, and then he's not even voted for you.
How drunk did you get, Carl?
Oh, very, yeah.
Steaming?
I got kicked out of Pot World.
Oh, that's a low moment, isn't it? At your age?
Well, I'd say, kicked out was... It was a very friendly... No, he's like the guy...
Flicked out. It was very little.
Yeah. No, I was very well lubricated at this point. This was like 3 a.m, so I'd had a good...
Drunk as well, or...?
Yeah.
That's like right in, dog.
I had... when did I start drinking? I must have started at 2 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock, something like that. So I'd do a 12-hour session for your first one back, not bad. And it had got to 3 a.m. anyway, and I was getting quite tired at that point. And he came up to me and he was like, "You've had too much to drink, haven't you?" I was like, "I'm going to be honest with you, mate. I've not drank for the best part of a year, so I'm fucking fairly happy with this, if I'm honest."
What were you doing? Falling asleep?
Absolutely no idea. No, I'd gone the other way. I was
boisterous.
Well, I wouldn't say boisterous. I was just like maybe dancing extravagantly.
Inflatable tube man.
Yeah, and he was like, I think it's time you went home. I was like, honestly, not a problem. You don't need to touch me.
I'm not going to make a scene.
No, I'll walk out.
I'll go quietly.
Yeah. See you later.
Fish and chips?
Well, I don't remember anything after that conversation, but I spent £8.50 at Hunter's Fish and Chip shop.
Yes, you did. Come on.
And then I genuinely have no idea how I've got home because I don't have a taxi transaction on my bank statement.
You didn't wake up on a bench then?
No. I waked up in my woke up in my own bed.
That's a win.
I'd got unchanged, but I think
Undressed.
Yeah, undressed. And then my trainers and everything were next to my bed, so I'm assuming I tried to go to bed in my trainers, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a win though, isn't it?
Oh, absolute result. Apart from, like...
Have you been on your bike since, or are you having a hard stop?
That's it, mate. 2 weeks of...
2 weeks of
Maybe three. I'll see how I feel.
Okay.
So, yeah. And then I woke up and I was like, in a bad way here. Like, real bad way here. And I was like, well, definitely can't drive to Aldi because I'm about 1 million times over the limit still. So I went to Tesco and got some...
I say you could walk to Tesco.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to go to Aldi because I wanted some specific Aldi treats.
A canoe.
Smashed avo.
So I got some bacon and some sausages and made myself like a massive bacon. It's like 3 sausages, 6 bits of bacon, 3 eggs.
Sounds salty.
Yeah, it was good though. I've not eaten something like that for so long, and it was so good. And then I gave it till like dinner time. I was like, oh fuck it, that'll do. Like if I'm over the limit now, I don't care. I don't think I will have been, but so I went to Aldi and bought shitloads of stuff, and it was bloody brilliant.
To answer your last question, yes, I did enjoy my little work trip into France. Night out in London, into France. Went for a Japanese meal, which is rare for me.
How was that?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good experience, actually. Yeah, the other lad eats all... He's from Manchester, so he eats all fancy food like that. So he dragged me to a Japanese. It was quite good. Enjoyed it. It was good. And then just went to Soho for a few beers and stuff. It was quality.
Nice.
And then Eurostar. Never done that before.
What?
That was new. I've never done the Eurostar before.
No.
Big posh train, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, big posh train.
Rapid.
We had, though... You know when you're in a confined space...
Did you drive on?
What? No, I didn't drive. No, my boss drove us everywhere. When we got the other side of the channel. You know when you're in a confined space, whether that be a train, a plane, you know what I mean, whatever, and you're travelling, why is there always a dickhead in the carriage
that you're in?
That you're in. So we're sat there, and there's me and 2 of my colleagues, and we're just chatting about work and usual stuff, having a beer, chatting about this, that, and the other. Nothing, we're not being particularly loud, and they're quite quiet. And there's this cockney just about 6 rows down, and he's just really fucking obnoxious. And then we've gone through the tunnel, which my kids thought was see-through. It's not. Can't see for shit.
Well, when you're travelling at 300 miles an
hour. Yeah, you do.
There's
a whale. They thought it was a tube, see-through tube. Anyway, got through the other side. Of course, you go through a massive fuck-off tunnel underneath the channel. So we go out, and of course, then you go out into light. It's obvious where you are. And he's gone, I think we're in France. It's like, yes, mate. Yep. And my colleague has gone, there's a fucking French flag there, mate. That gives it away. It's like, you're a dick. Just why are you a dick? Well, then they go to Paris, I think. I don't know, or into Bruges or Brussels or something. But just fucking, why is there always one?
Were you born a cunt or did you grow up into one?
And why are they always cockneys? It's just like, man, he all cheap. And he could tell his mates didn't like him either. They ditched him within fucking 6 hours. And then into Lille. And what I love about being European, less so now because of Brexit, but what have you. My Dutch boss picks us up and he's like, I fucking hate the French. I was like, why? He said, I went to order a coffee and he's Dutch. So he's ordered a coffee. He's like, no, just a coffee, please, mate, in a Dutch accent. So I'm not going to do. And the French guy's like, and so it's like, every fucker knows what one coffee is. Like, you can say coffee anywhere in the world. He said he was just being a dick in French. So he said it in French, and then suddenly he like, oh yeah, I'll make you a coffee. Fucking wanker. His words, not mine. And then yeah, into Belgium and went to the Rodenbach Brewery, which we own. For beer nerds listening, unbelievable. That is a trip and a half. You could do most of Belgium, but the brewery we own is incredible. And I've been such an incredible brewery in my life. But anyway, it's class. And then, then smashed it around the Netherlands for the next 3 days. 3 different hotel rooms in 3 nights. 3 or 4 different cities, different breweries.
Sounds like the Stubbsy of old, that.
Yeah. Well, there was none of that involved. And yeah, it was good. Lots of cheese. Discovered bitter balls, which are ridiculous. Pub snack, like deep fried breadcrumby balls filled with sexiness. Like each place has got a different like goo inside it.
Really?
Some mushroomy stuff. Some had a lot with like beer and pork.
Nice.
Some with chicken. Bitter balls, unbelievable. But yeah, no, the Dutch company I work for. Fuck me, they own some breweries. They own loads. So like all the different beers I've tried and stuff. Yeah, it was wicked. And ended the week at a massive beer festival in this really religious village in North Netherlands. Everyone has to shut off at 10 because everything has to shut down because they're deeply religious. And there's this world famous brewery in the centre.
That's what I quite like about European cities that I've noticed. They just like have times where they just shut.
Yeah, we're done now.
Yeah, it was like it in Belgium. Like they just don't open anything between like 12 and 2.
I was telling people about your cycling. Obviously, they're big on it over there, aren't they?
Yeah, I love it.
People were asking me about the podcast. Said, "Oh, well, one guy's a cyclist. He's just actually got back with his team from Belgium, and they were asking me questions. I couldn't answer, Carl.
Yeah,
couldn't answer, mate. I just said, I don't know. Listen to the podcast; it'll tell you." But one of my colleagues over there, who owns a wholesaler, he listened to us on the train. I haven't got the feedback yet, so it'd be interesting to get some Dutch feedback. See how we translate, really.
Yeah,
We know we've got listeners in America and Australia and other places, but they're all English speaking.
English speaking.
Yeah. No, he was a good dude. Football, though, innit? International language. Everyone speaks.
Always.
Especially over there.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Hopefully we'll be able to take you next year, DT.
Lovely.
You not so much, Carl. Unless you're invited by your boss.
if it's October, I'm in.
Say it now. Say it now, because he'll be listening.
No, he'll,
Say you want to come on the trip.
if it's October, I want to come on the trip.
Done. I'll make sure it's in October. We can do a broadcast from over there. Take all the equipment.
Absolutely not.
Fuck off.
That'd be awesome.
No, it won't. What happened last time we was on here leathered?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, has that been deleted?
Yeah. If that hasn't been deleted from the archives, it fucking needs to.
The drunk cast.
Yeah.
Well, it just goes to show that you can't record a podcast pissed.
Yeah, don't have
You may think we're drunk now, but we're not.
12 pints of styrofoam
No.
and then try and record a podcast.
Because the whole thing of a podcast is you have to be able to speak.
Yeah. Oh,
And none of us can speak. And you just kept saying the same thing over and over.
It's because
passionately they sing the national
that was the only.
That was it.
I'd learned that bit drunk, and I didn't want to stray too far from
Yeah,
it.
but what I wanted to say really was that I love the passion of the English doing the national anthem now.
I just want to say at this point that it was Rob's fault. Rob Eastwood of Small Beer Limited. It was his fault that we got that pissed. Because we were drinking Coors until he got there. And then he switched us to Pitchers a Star.
Yeah,
And that's a big old beer.
maybe it was like from a taste perspective, I very much enjoyed the switch.
Me too, yeah, honestly.
From a strength perspective, I really did not enjoy the switch.
It was our downfall.
Oh Christ!
Crawling out
I'd say
of Axbury.
what a fucking great idea. Have a session on 5 points from %.
Pretty sure we carried on drinking, though.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Get back out.
fucking silly idea, wasn't it? I was in a bad way the next day from that. Christ, that styrofoam hangovers hit different, don't they?
You get bushwhacked.
Oh mate, it's just
Creeps up on you.
yeah, they're tough ones.
We all went to Prague. And we were well, you were pissed at one point. You were quite drunk at one point. You were drinking gin, though, right?
No, I was on Star most of the trip. It was good. I enjoyed
Making friends, weren't you?
Yeah, normal. I was quite sensible on this weekend, actually. I don't think I've pissed anyone off too much.
We need the CCTV from Pop World
Yeah.
to find out exactly what happened.
Mm.
Catch any football this weekend, anybody?
Yeah, actually, I spent most of yesterday watching.
Thoughts on the 3 promoted sides?
They're shit. They are shit.
Bit harsh on Luton. They got the first point this week.
That's harsh on shit, to be fair. Yeah, Sheffield United are...
Absolutely pants down, whacked. Yeah.
I mean,
Long old season.
Newcastle had a bit of a... Well, I suppose they wanted to prove a point that they can just obviously do the Champions League in the week and then just run right at the weekend. But it was they just didn't stop, did they? I thought they were fairly ruthless.
I think they call it a riot.
Yeah.
It's interesting because
It was hot knife.
didn't the three promoted sides stayed up last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
So everyone's sort of making sweeping assessments. I mean, you can't really do that. Like, oh, it's hard now for the. So, well, okay, but some years, 2 stay up, 3 stay up. It's just this year, just happens to be three poor ones.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say necessarily poor.
Well, but everyone thought Burnley. I mean, they still might. I mean, we're only 5 games in. So
I mean,
it's early to do
they
it.
only got
But,
beat 1-0, then arguably then.
and they were robbed at Forest. Burnley last weekend.
They play some nice football.
Yeah. So maybe Burnley still will come through it, but Luton are going to struggle. Luton are just because of everything that goes with it, because of the lack of budget and player quality and sort of stuff. Sheffield United seem in a little bit of turmoil off the pitch with the owner and stuff, so that's they're obviously paying the price for that. The girls are saying to you earlier, they're giving the dreaded vote of confidence to the manager, which will be gone by Sunday.
Yeah.
Probably. But it's interesting. But everyone's making sort of sweeping things. I just think it's year to year to year. It depends who comes up, who comes down.
I don't think it really matters. Like that the first year is the hardest one, isn't it?
You've got a 50% chance of relegation in years 1 and years 2.
Yeah.
So you have to get through those 2. And then, like, Leeds go down in the 3rd year.
I was going to literally took the words out of my mouth.
But no, it does statistically get easier as you can reinvest the money and all that sort of stuff. But it's an unforgiving. Well, I've noticed it being back in the Championship. You have games where you just think, okay, now we could have lost 3-0 today, because in the Premier League they just take them.
Southampton are.
What's that?
Like got relegated and now struggling again, aren't
Yeah, but most weeks players miss chances, or you score a goal, you think, well, you're just not scoring that in the Premier League, or you definitely consider like I don't know, he's not here anymore, but like give Harry Kane half a chance back in the net, and you could play as well as you like. But
I'll be honest, watching the Spurs Arsenal game yesterday,
good game of football.
I was thinking to myself, like, if Spurs had actually kept hold of him, in the way that they're playing now, they've got
that's on Kane though, right? We talked about it the other week. That's on Kane. That
it is, yeah.
I think he's an idiot for leaving. I really do.
No, it's. I don't
change your mind.
No, I don't agree. No, as in, I don't agree with what you're saying about if the way that Spurs are playing now, they'd be frightening with Kane, because are they playing as well as they are now because Kane isn't there?
But I think Postecoglou's got a set philosophy, and I think he would have merged Kane into that, because he works hard, drops deep.
We know full well that doesn't work.
What do you mean?
Well, that isn't how football works. Like, you can't just drop a player into something. The reason that they're probably playing so well is because they don't have that maybe focal point in their team. Like when Tottenham were it's all about Harry Kane kind of jazz.
Yeah, it was built around him.
They haven't got that anymore.
But it's only going to make you better, though, isn't it?
No, not always.
If your coach is good enough, he will.
Not always. I wouldn't say no,
because they don't necessarily play with an out-and-out 9.
I think more times.
Man United bought Cristiano Ronaldo. How did that go for them?
Yeah, but that's the opposite, isn't it?
Well,
that's a shit tactics, shit team, one good player. This would be a good tactics, good manager.
I didn't actually
style
realise
of play.
They'd signed
but it doesn't.
The players that they'd had.
Who, Spurs?
Yeah.
And it's like Chelsea didn't recognise half
Yeah,
yesterday. If I'm honest.
Well, yeah, that was.
I really enjoyed the game. It was a really good game of football.
It was a great game of football.
Yeah.
I just don't agree with that Spurs with Harry Kane would have won that game. I think Spurs without Harry Kane just look a hell of a lot of a better team than.
No, but I think that's the manager.
It is difficult to make that comment based on the fact that
we'll never know, will you?
He's left at the same time that Postecoglou.
He got 4 in the pre-season game, didn't he?
But that may have literally been everything. You don't know what he's saying in the background. Like it could have been, well, we haven't got Harry Kane now, so it's about all of you, the rest of you lot. You're all good enough. It's all about you now. You guys.
No, but I think it's more complicated than that. I think.
Well, no, but I just don't. I don't think it's. You can say bang Harry Kane in that team and they'd have won yesterday, because I just don't think.
I didn't say that. Did you say that?
No, but that's
in general.
I'm just saying that you was getting.
I just think better players make you better.
The point I was making, well, is that yesterday, like as well as Spurs played in periods, I thought it would have been. With Kane, they would have been even better.
Ironically, I actually came out, watched the game, and thought Arsenal are desperate for a striker.
Yeah, they are.
Because I don't think Nketiah, bless him, is up to it, and I don't think Jesus. He's a good player, Jesus,
injury prone.
Maybe that's next year for him. Maybe they go and get that striker. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I don't think Arsenal will.
And they stick it out again. I mean, fucking hell, who's Kai Havertz?
They've done quite well. They don't have an ego or anything at Arsenal, do they?
Other than the manager.
Yeah.
Well,
who's captain ego.
Front and centre, don't they?
Yeah, but they don't.
No, you're right about the
team. They're doing so well with, and I think that's what with taking Kane out of the Tottenham scenario. I think they are only going to improve.
I think that would have happened anyway.
From
and
that.
I think the better player makes you better.
And
I think you'd have enjoyed
then you
it.
look at that on the opposite side of the book. You've got Chelsea, who are arguably
they're on my list today, by the way, because I love talking about them in this room.
It's so
Because
funny.
what the fuck's going on?
No, but they've spent all this money, have got egos, and look at them.
The fucking state of them.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious. So, I mean,
Their centre forwards picked up a ban today as well.
Yeah, 5 bookings.
5 bookings already.
Already?
Sorry, Miss
I
Jackson.
don't know who he is.
Honestly, I still haven't cared to Google it. I couldn't fucking tell you where he's come from or who he is. They are dog shit, and they are years away from competing. Will they stick with Pochettino? You hope they stick with Pochettino and give him time and stuff. But they've signed some dross.
They're not going to.
Do you reckon they'll whip him?
Well, what I don't
Can't say
understand.
too, they are only 6 games in, but
yeah,
it's
but
still hilarious.
Did you see the tweet that Domino's put out?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Domino's have delivered 827,000 pizzas since Chelsea last scored or something.
Thing is, it's the opposite to what we're seeing now with well-run football clubs at that level. So you Brighton's a good example. So they've gone and bought all the Brighton players, Brighton staff, Brighton this, but with no actual degree of knowledge of how to build what Brighton have done and be patient and do it slowly and build around a manager and all this sort of stuff. They're doing not the opposite. I'll just chuck money at it. Just keep chucking money until something. Abramovich did that when he bought the elite players. They're not buying elite players. They're buying projects.
Throw enough shit at the walls.
They're buying projects for a lot of money, and people are seeing them coming a mile off. 115 million for Caicedo. They saw them coming up the street.
Yeah, especially when the first bid was like 60.
Crazy.
They ended up paying double.
Absolutely crazy. And they're in Brentford as well. And I mean, do you think, on a side note, actually,
It would be hilarious, would it, if the 3 that went down
well,
were Sheffield United, Luton, and Chelsea.
I don't think they'll go down, but they're not looking
You
good
say
again.
that like
I know, but come on.
when was it? They literally either draw 0-0 or
hilarious.
lose 1-0.
Where are they?
I'll be honest, it's quite hard to stay up if you're not scoring goals.
I haven't looked at the Premier League. Let's have a look.
Well, they were 13th before this weekend.
Oh, well,
so
let's have a look then.
they're probably down to 14th,
Let's have a look.
15th.
See, they are 14th on 5 points, so they're 4 points ahead of the drop. Brighton like an elephant up a tree, a third on 15 points. Wow, okay.
Looking good, aren't they?
Well, I struggled in Europe.
It's good
a bit,
football.
didn't they?
Yeah, they got beat, didn't they?
Yeah, must have penalty.
By
A few of them Villa got beaten all, didn't they? Did Villa get beat? Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know, actually.
pretty sure they did.
Liverpool.
I was very drunk when all these games were going on. Thursday night, let's have a look.
Liverpool were losing, and then
They won
I think they
3-1.
3-1, didn't they?
West fucking
Brighton lost 3-2 at home to Athens, like you said. Rangers won. West Ham won 3-1. They'll be Europa Conference, won't they? Villa lost, away at Legia Warsaw. I don't know where. I can't find Brighton. Were they at home?
Yeah.
Oh, what he said of her?
Athens.
Oh, of course. Not bad. Looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, so not a great week for our European clubs. Newcastle got a good point, didn't they?
That was a good point, actually, yeah.
Milano. I think everyone thought they were going to get tonked, actually, which is good. But yeah, no, Chelsea, just if you wrote down how to not be a good football club, it's them right now.
Yeah.
And it's all on the credit card as well. It's all on the never, never. So that's going to bite them in the arse eventually, whether it's financial fair play issues or I don't know what will happen.
I mean, they're
selling all the youth players.
slipping through all these loopholes, aren't they? But eventually something's going to catch
They catch
up.
up,
It's
yeah.
just going to just be like, what?
But they've just signed. They're just projects. They're just signing projects, and they're not even. They might come good. Like what's this, that one called Mudryk?
Yeah, Mudryk, yeah.
He may come good. I don't know. It's a lot of money, isn't it? I mean, Arsenal probably pissing themselves now because they wanted, didn't they? And they got gazumped by Chelsea.
Yeah.
Their one signing cost him a goal on Sunday.
Who's that?
Jorginho.
Yeah, what was he doing?
Don't really know.
Yeah, that was hilarious because obviously they'd scored the penalty.
It was a very well taken goal, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's some player, though, isn't he? He's some player.
Madison or
Both, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
They're a joy to watch. Like if you're a Spurs fan, which we're not, obviously, but they're built on this good football, scoring goals. You don't always win anything, but I know everyone takes a piss out of them. But this is what they want as a crowd, isn't it? To be entertained.
Big Ange has endeared himself to everybody as well.
Ange.
Got a...
There's something about Australians that I don't know, I just like them.
You know shitloads of them for a start.
Yeah, I just like Australians, and like, even though I sometimes really don't want to.
In a cricket format, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, like, even some of them, like, I just think, but then I just like them. Like, Mitch Marsh is one of my favourite cricketers just because of the way that he is. Just very Australian. And Ange's the same. He's just, like, so relaxed. He's like, yeah, well, we'll just do what we do, mate.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Flip-flops on.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
like,
tinny.
I love him.
His press conference is a box office. Absolutely box office.
Yeah, he makes some good comments, doesn't he?
Plus, you're watching the game, and as I said earlier, it's a decent game, and it's blood and thunder. It's a North London derby. Crowd are at it, and you've got Arteta jumping up and down like a fucking baboon, going crazy, and he's just there with his hands in his pockets.
Yeah.
Look, dressed as if he's just
Yeah.
come back from a funeral.
Yeah, and they score just one little fist bump, job done. That's it. And then also, when you're watching them, it's like Arteta doesn't trust them to do anything, whereas Ange just sent them out with a game plan, with tactics, bang, go and do it, and he's kicking every fucking ball out. I mean, I'm not going to love him, but fucking
that camera angle, did you see the camera angle of the goal, the equaliser just after the penalty? So the 2-2 goal.
Yeah.
There's a camera angle behind Arteta with like head in hands and all the Spurs fans just going absolutely mental. It's fucking brilliant.
That's why you go to the games, isn't it?
Dart celebrations was having a bit of beef between those.
See what Madison said?
It's funny, isn't it? Poor technique, wasn't it? Something.
He said poor technique to one player, and then the one went, I didn't see him do it. He must have been still doing it when I turned him. Love that.
It's
He's a
definitely
player,
just
man.
friendly banter. That.
Oh, no,
isn't it?
obviously no.
I was quite worried about him. Did you see when he like
It
jarred
looked
his
good,
knee?
did it?
Oh, it looked fucking awful. And
Do you know what's up with him still, is it?
No, I think it's
All
good.
good.
Through it, okay, it'll seize. It's one of those where you jar it and it hurts.
You've either
straight
done
away.
something really bad or you're fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it didn't. It did not look good, to be fair. But he's obviously fine.
There was a goalkeeping goal in the Champions League in the week, Carl. Thought you'd enjoy that.
Yeah, 94th minute. as
Who
well.
doesn't love a goalkeeper goal?
94th, and he's wearing squad number 94 as well.
Is he?
Yeah,
Symmetry.
it's a great header.
You've done more research than I have. I've seen the header.
Just watched the highlight and noticed the.
All right. Oh, look at me. I look at things.
I've got eyes.
Pathetic. Who do you think you are? Let me head pops on the fucking plane.
I was really pissed when
I was drink. Yeah. Having bitter balls.
bitter balls.
Game changer, mate, them. They make our pub snacks look shit. I was drinking at 3 a.m. and cheese came out. I mean, how fucking awesome is that? Dutch cheese with some chutney, some bread. I was like, oh my fucking God, this is just sensational. I'll stay another hour, shall I? Quality. I could move there, Carl.
Talking of goalkeepers, like, just want to say on the pod, like, thoughts are with Josh Vickers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was
definitely.
heartbreaking. Yeah, good shout,
Awful.
Carl, yeah. Yeah, that's heartbreaking, isn't it? We're married, what, 6 months ago?
3.
3. Fucking hell.
It's just awful.
Everyone's worst nightmare, that. No, yeah, great shout, Carl. Brilliant shout.
Laura
And also,
Laura was a great lass, to be fair. I've known her for a bloody long time, so, yeah.
Oh, was she local?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I've known her for years and years and years and years. I played cricket and football and everything with Jack, her brother.
Oh, bloody hell.
So, yeah. Put up a hell of a fight, bless her.
And always with a smile on her face.
And always
as
with
well.
a smile on her face as well, yeah. You wouldn't have known. She was still going to all the bloody friends' hen do's whilst still heavily in the treatment and everything like that. It's awful. Sad.
I think I speak for all of us when I say fuck cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a cunt. Affects absolutely everyone. It just takes the best people. Just fuck you. There's also Doreen's funeral today, wasn't it?
It
From
was, yeah.
Lincoln City legend, Doreen.
Yeah.
Done every bloody job at that place, from making the butties in the 50s to supporting them every single home game.
Yeah.
Big supporters of the club, the Ashtons. Obviously, their son writes in the programme. And then just when I used to work match days, they were always there. She was getting on, bless her, because she wouldn't go out to the stands, but she'd just sit there, watch on the telly. She'd have a little Lincoln Teddy kicking every ball.
Part of the furniture.
Yeah, unbelievable. So, yeah, rest in peace, Dorian. That's unbelievable.
She used to make sure that we had everything we needed and got dropped off in the right place. Parents picking us up and everything when we got off the coaches from away games. And yeah, very, very sad.
Well, you see it from a Lyndon like you were saying earlier about that guy that puts the money in and stuff.
Yeah,
the amount of like I was watching your presentation tonight on following it on Twitter and stuff, and the amount of sort of old boys that you'd put up with like Clubman of the Year and all that sort of stuff that clearly just live and breathe it. I mean, you yourself, mate. To be fair, you've put it in since being a boy at that club, and that's why it's actually. I was saying to my dad the other day, actually, it's lovely to see you win things now. Because for a long time, we weren't winning things, were you? And people on the side of the city were. It's nice to see all the work everyone puts in.
We've gone through
it's just fantastic.
Quite a big period of time where everything's been, everything over the past kind of 2 decades has been towards what we've achieved this year. So it just goes to, and we're only playing, local amateur sport, but
still want to win, mate.
It's the competitive. If people have got a competitive streak in them, then
it's not just that though, mate. Like the beer festival you put on, the T20 event, it was really innovative. The T20 event you put on. I mean, shame that's not on anymore.
People talk about the cricket family. It's mental how many people you can meet through a sport, and I think cricket's probably as good as any for kind of long-standing relationships with people. Both in England, I've obviously lucky enough to have it in Australia as well. So it's it's a fantastic sport. I just can only hope that youngsters carry on coming through, and like my age group and the people that are in position on the committee now basically leave the club in the same state that people before left it in for us to carry on, and we'll do our best to leave it in that, for years,
generations to come.
I don't know how to change pace now, if I'm honest.
Yeah. What do you want?
I don't know how to.
Where do you want to go? I'll do it.
We've got a couple of options. We can either really change the corner and do a confession, or I've got a couple more sport things. We're not quite ready to turn the corner yet, are we?
Yeah, confession. Let's
straight to confession.
Yeah, just change.
Okay, let's
changing lanes, are we?
That's why people listen, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh, there was Darth Vader at that beer festival as well, because they've done a Star Wars beer. I quite enjoyed that. Put it on my Instagram story.
I don't know what you're on about now.
Right. This is a slightly different confession.
Right.
So what I'm going to give you is, so this happened to somebody, and then you have to pick A or B at the end, what you would have done in their scenario.
Okay.
So we're absolving the other person, not the person that sent it in. Okay. Yep. So sent to me anonymously. Funny one. This. I was 24. Was seeing a lass. Had 2 or 3 dates. Was going well. She invited me back to hers. One thing led to another. We're all grown-ups. What I love here is he goes, we had sex. So obviously that's what happened.
Yeah.
Early hours of the morning, I wake up and smell something horrific. Struggling really to work out what it was. I went to get out of bed, and as I pulled the covers back, this is capitals, shit everywhere. Panic. I gave myself the once over, and fortunately, or unfortunately when I look at it, it wasn't me. It was her. She had shat herself. I'm then left with a dilemma. Here we go, boys. This is where you come in. A, wake her up. Excuse me, love. You appear to have shit yourself. You've had a little accident. Or B, quietly get dressed and get the fuck out of there. You need to ask the lads, what are they doing? A or B? And then I'll give you what he did.
I think, depending on... no, because I think if it's like...
It depends on
3 dates, I'm trying to think like...
First time they've done it, I think. Finally cracked it, and she shit herself.
I think forget your first time.
I think it'd depend how into her I was.
You couldn't stay with her until that one at the wedding, could you?
Why not?
God, it's a bit
Everyone
weird,
shits themselves,
yeah,
don't they?
I've never shit myself in a bed.
Well, no.
I was a grown up.
Shit yourself.
Yeah, but I've actually got a really good shit myself story, actually. I can tell that after if you want.
No.
It's a good one.
I think
there's only so much shit we need in the podcast.
Oh, it was quite a good one, actually.
Well, I've got 51 minutes of it.
So. I wasn't going to go into any graphic detail. It was just like I copped an unfortunate one on my own once.
Well, I just think, if I was into her, I'd probably just because I'd feel sorry for her.
Yeah.
So you're going.
I think
you're going A.
It depends on how serious it was going to get. As to whether or not.
What if she blamed you?
She couldn't.
Because for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
I was going to go graphic then. I'm not going to. Might be eating breakfast somewhere.
I'm quite a nice.
So you're
bloke.
giving her the old nudge and
Just
just so you know, love you. That ain't me.
I'd probably, be grown up about the situation.
So the question I have to follow on this is, do you reckon she's told anybody? And if so, has she blamed him? You never get. And that just in case, say they live locally or something, that she worried that he was going to tell everyone.
Well, what did he do first?
Needless to say, I fucked off. Never heard from her again.
Well,
There's your
silence
answer.
is your answer then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Not where did you go? You quite clearly shit yourself. She realises that she shit herself.
Yeah, she hasn't dropped him a text like, "Oh, sorry about last night. I
Yes.
shit myself."
I noticed you had to go. Just check your jeans, will you, and make sure that there's no shit on them.
So you're giving her a nice
I think
gentlemanly nudge.
depending on how much
You're quiet, Dan. What are you doing?
depending on how much you like.
2 or 3 dates.
Yeah, but it depends
You
how
can be
well it's
quite
going.
into somebody
you
in
can.
2 or 3 days.
So
Could you see past that, though?
Yeah.
yes, fucking.
What was it happening again? You'd be worried.
Something to laugh about. Well, if it happens again, then
Something
there's
to laugh
fucking
about.
issues.
Well,
Please.
no, but it's only like I'm pretty cool with. No, like, I'm okay with it.
As long
It's
as you
not-
don't shit on me, it's fucking is what it is.
I'm getting the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I mean, I'm
You
not.
see, out of us three, like you're the one with kids and everything, so you should be better at dealing with that sort of
I
stuff.
obviously choose better.
Well, no, because if your kid shit itself,
Yeah, but a kid's different, mate, isn't it? Because they do
you're
shit
just gonna,
themselves.
what are you gonna do? Never speak to your kid again?
I'm on my 6th kid, mate. These are the 3 that you know about. That one's pooed itself. Off you pop.
I just think it, like, I'm fairly grown up about stuff
Fair,
like that.
no, fair enough. I'm going.
What mature?
If it was like
If it's just a one night stand,
One
then
night
I'd
stand.
be fucking.
Get the fuck out of there.
gone, yeah. Like
I'm
the
not.
wind.
I'm not going to take them on high ground on that. I'd be gone. But yeah, I think if I've seen some, look, I don't really. I'm like one date, and I'd usually make.
Do you reckon he's woken up and gone like processing it through his head, like all the pros and cons of the 3 dates so far, and whether an absolute massive dump in the bed wipes out. Oh, sorry for the pun. Wipes out as many as wipes out a lot of those.
I know that, like from like a personal perspective, like if I'm into somebody, then I'm into them, and if I'm not, then I know after like 2 minutes.
It's interesting to know that.
So it wouldn't make it to a 3rd date unless I was into him. So I'd probably just like let it
And
go.
by that point, you wouldn't know that they'd shit themselves in bed.
Yeah. Whereas
It's fair enough.
So shitting themselves isn't on your ick list, but reading a book is on there.
I know, because that was a first date ick, wasn't it?
This is 3rd day ick though, and you still.
No, because
I mean, if you've gone for a drink and she said, "I shit myself last night," then it's like,
yeah, then I'm probably not mad keen on that.
You got any more icks for us? I've missed your icks. Got any more? You been on any dates recently?
No. Next couple.
Crowd
of
want
weeks,
icks.
Next couple of weeks, might be. I'll do some work for it. I haven't wrote them down for lately. I'm sure I probably have got some.
Wilson, bless him, messaged me the other day. He's writing stuff down now. He's itching to get back on. Itching. We'll get him in that 4th chair next week, I think. You're not getting off that lightly.
I'm here next week. I'm not here the week.
I have got a slight ick.
Go on then,
actually.
yes. No, we're talking.
I've got a strong dislike to black shoes at the moment.
Well, they're a bit like rugby unions on.
Well, yeah, no, I just think like school finished fucking 10 years ago. Do you know what I mean?
Black shoes. Yeah, that would probably put me off as well, actually.
Like, I'm not into...
Because there's so many other options, isn't there?
Yeah,
You can go weird, you can go eclectic, you can go... Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I'm strongly against like a black and blue combo at the moment as well.
Okay.
So like a black shoe with a blue jean.
Are we talking like shoe zone black shoe?
No, just anything. So it could be like a
black boot?
like a blue pair of jeans with a black t-shirt.
Yeah, not having that. Yeah, I'm with you.
Like that gives me the ick. Yeah, not a fan. Yeah, I just don't like it.
I'm with you, I think.
Mm.
Yeah,
That was
I think I'm with you.
one that I just thought of.
Any icks, Dan?
No,
Nothing.
pretty laid back, mate. To be fair,
There's just these things every now and then that I just think, fucking hell, it's disgusting.
And a black t-shirt with blue jeans is the one.
Well, yeah, that was just like to give you an example of the black and blue thing. Like black jeans with black shoes is no not for me.
It's a Six Nations thing, isn't it?
I don't really think the whole boot thing is doing much for me at the moment either. There's a couple of females in town on Saturday night that had like different varying styles
Prefers them barefoot.
of boot
Roaming
on,
the streets.
and I just thought they're fucking grim, mate.
Remember that's why you got thrown out.
No, I didn't comment on any of these judgments. I kept
them
them
to
to myself.
And wrote them in phone notes.
No, I was just looking at it. I was like, yeah. I don't. Does the boot thing do? Because like some lads are a bit weird about it, aren't they? Like the fucking knee-high boot and all that jazz. Just didn't do.
Oh
that.
no, that doesn't do
Oh,
anything
no.
for me. That really.
I don't get it. Like some people are obsessed with it. Aren't
Yeah,
they?
it's not a thing for me
I
really.
don't understand it at all. I find them quite repulsive, if I'm honest.
I don't really care about anything but the tits, if I'm honest. Like that's it for me.
That's
Just wearing a
another
fucking
thing.
bin bag. I'm not
That's
bothered.
another thing that I'm not asked about at all.
You for arses, don't you?
100%. Yeah, boobs are fucking annoying, aren't they?
I fucking love them.
Why though? They're just
Don't know. I can't help it. I can't help it. Can I?
very big piles of fat, aren't they?
Be like myself, so it's fine. You are what you eat, mate.
I just feel like you have to
big
work
tit.
hard for them, do you?
Oh, it's odor natural, isn't it? Is what it is. Whatever God gives you, Carl. Can't help it, can you?
Absolutely not.
Can't help it.
Oh dear.
Anyway,
Yeah, but I'm not into like I'm not like actively seeking someone with like knee high fucking boots on. I'm with you.
yeah.
No,
I just don't like when they've got like the old like skirt with knee-high boots on. I'm just like, what the fuck are you wearing, mate? That's like another good judgment. I just start.
But you correct me if I'm wrong, but you'd rather they were not a tryhard. Like if she rocks up in some train, you know what I mean? To like yes, happy days for you,
Trainers
innit?
and leggings, mate.
Yeah, so I mean, happy days for you.
What a bird.
Have you not thought about just exclusively shagging birds from the gym?
Yeah, I've thought about
That's
it.
big into you, innit? Like yoga pants and all that.
Yeah.
Well, they're a decent modern invention, by the way. They're absurd.
Yeah.
What, yoga pants?
There's a bloke somewhere that invented them went, they'll all wear them. Yeah,
They are sensational, aren't they?
outrageous.
Lycra is basically the same thing.
Bit more old fashioned.
Like, you get the same.
Let's get physical.
You get the same enjoyment from looking at it. I can assure you.
Oh, that's the point. You didn't play it the other week. Right, plug that cable in your phone. You were here to play it.
What do I need to do?
Right, you can play the shuffle game. Not that cable. Where's the other cable? There should be another cable there.
This one.
Yes, right. Get that in your phone.
Right. Don't know what's just happened here, but I can't. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Right. So we did this the other week with Wilson, but you weren't there and you're a mainstay of the podcast, so you need to do it. So straight from Spotify or Apple, whatever you use,
Yeah.
you need to shuffle 5 times.
How do I do that?
Just to see, oh, you did it on Spotify, didn't you, Dan? How did you shuffle?
I don't. I'm Apple Music.
Oh, yeah, you just got to go to your, go to music,
Yeah.
library, shuffles top right.
Library.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bottom right.
So I'm in.
Should be able to shuffle.
I don't think I can.
Do you mean you can't shuffle? It's there, look.
Where?
Just talk amongst yourselves at home.
Songs? I don't. Where's that?
No, library.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Oh, it's there, look.
Oh, it's because that ain't ticked. Hold on.
Songs, boom.
Songs.
I want you to shuffle 5 and we'll see if there's any embarrassing stuff or if it's all decent.
No, okay. She's So Lovely, acoustic version.
Oh, who by?
Scouting for Girls.
Oh, okay. 10 seconds, remember.
Yeah. Next. Oh, bit of Frank Turner.
Don't ruin it, I want to guess.
Oh.
Who's Frank Turner? Oh, what's this? I like this.
Frank Turner, old brother.
Well, the last 2 Frank Turner. Was this the same song?
Yeah.
Ah. Well, I like that. It's melodic.
Don't actually know this one. Oh, I do. Banger.
What is it?
Body Type, Free to Air.
Okay.
Oh.
Ours were weirder, if you're wondering.
Jake Bugg, Ballad of Mr. Jones. And finally... Oh,
These are all very similar, Carl.
yeah, I'm just a very similar music man. Nothing Else, Dylan John Thomas. Great song, this.
I quite like that as well. Well, I like that.
Yeah. There you
Yeah,
go.
safe to say ours were weirder.
Very
Like much
so.
fucking weirder. More eclectic. Yours are on very much on the same theme.
Yeah, I listen to pretty much the same sort of music all the time.
Blink-182 released a new single the other day, and I was watching the video on the toilet and I started to cry. I say, no, you're old. So that was an interesting moment in the life.
Did you tweet about that?
Yeah,
Not
honestly,
about crying
mate,
on the
it
toilet,
whacked me for
but
6.
did it?
Told the miss, she laughed at me. It knocked me for 6 because, like, one of them got cancer, one of them nearly died in a plane crash, and they'd fallen out years ago. So they've written a song about that. One of the lyrics is, "It shouldn't take you to die for me to say goodbye." It's like fucking whacked me. Honestly,
Jesus.
I'm getting old now, but like fucking honestly, I mean, and also there's a lot of alcohol going from my system, so I'm a bit emotionally in the dumps. But like, fucking hell, I just started crying. I was like, oh my God, I'm on the shitter crying. This is a low moment. I'm not in the bed shitting, so springs and roundabouts. But I implore anyone to go listen to it. You have to know a little bit of the backstory. And then the video, the video. Because obviously I started listening to Blink when I was at school. And you know, it's like most people don't change their music taste. So all the way through, the background for this emotional song is all their videos on like a green screen being played.
Nice.
I'm in fucking bits here.
I think music's pretty emotional anyway, isn't
Yeah, I mean, I get really attached to it. My dad's a musician, and he doesn't listen to lyrics. He just likes the music.
Right.
But I'm a lyrics guy. Knocks me for 6. Fucking honestly, man, I was in a bad way.
it? Yeah.
Lyrical gangster.
Didn't really need the wife to laugh at me, but swings and roundabouts.
Yeah.
It's nice for us laughing with my clothes on for a change, I suppose. makes a change. Oh, not that again.
I'd be lost without music.
Yeah, I would, mate. I genuinely would. Yeah. I love finding new music and find out what it's all about and stuff. But it's funny enough, I'd listen to. So I've got the new album ready to go, and it's not released till October. And the single came out months ago, and I love it. And it's classic Blink. It's very sort of pop punky, very loud and obnoxious and stuff. It's quality. And I'd put this one on in the car. I don't really clocked it. And I thought, I'll go watch the video. And because I was driving, I had the kids in the car, so just like background noise almost. Because I'd stopped to watch it. And I thought, oh, fucking I'm in trouble here. Because I'd heard the lyrics in the video. I was like, wow, okay. Yeah, got me.
Big fan.
Got me. So yeah, go and check it out. It is wicked. Their new stuff's really cool. So yeah, I think we're done, boys. I think 52 minutes of pure podcast quality.
Hit
Well
that
done,
button.
boys.
Yeah.
We'll call it a day there, eh?
Don't start on the Welsh again, for fuck's sake. When are we getting the link for the hats live, DT? People are asking me.
Whenever. Probably just
You can do that though, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Right, so the hats will be on sale via Tipsy Imp.
Yeah,
so
via
go and
our
follow
website.
Tipsy Imp on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, all that sort of stuff, and we'll put a link on there.
share the link.
Please know that when you pay your £20 to buy one of these sexy bubble hats, me, Carl, or DT will be personally packing it and sending it. So same with a kiss. I might spray a little bit of Armani or something in it.
Yeah, nice.
When it opens, or like Obsession for Men, or Dupe Jump,
Just don't do it after you shit the bed.
or that. Right, this has been Gone Off Tangent. I've been Adam. He's been Carl.
He has.
He's been DT.
Yes.
We'll see you next week. Thanks for downloading. Follow us on socials. Love you. Bye-bye.
Ciao.